Hello folks, this is MMXM Maven. Today's video is going to be about a guide into trading for the 9 to 5 hours. Okay, this is going to be part 1 of the series where I will like to touch on different ways actually to approach the market if you're busy in the morning session, that is 9:15 to 3:30, and you can't commit but you actually want to earn extra buck for this thing living, and you want to do it the safe way. Obviously it is not recommended that you actually work and also trade at the same time. Obviously your both the performance will be actually hampered. Okay, so today's asset I'm going to touch upon is commodity trading. Okay, the two instruments we're going to trade, okay, is basically gold mini futures, crude oil options, and your mini futures. For mini future, the margin required is around 65,000. That is okay. Crude oil options, the option margin can be as low as 10,000 sometimes, and it can go up to 15,000 and all. For options, I want you to trade at the money. At the money is, let's say, crude oil is right now trading at 7,000. I want you to, let's say you're bullish, okay. I want you to only buy a 7,000 call option, okay, and not something like your 6,500 call option. Sorry, 7,500 option, which will be out of the money. You want to buy as close as to the price possible, okay. And crude oil mini futures also there, which is around 30,000, which I don't recommend because the movement is actually very less. Coming to this thing, how to trade now. So I want you to go to this website called forexpected.com, okay, and I want you to look at the news which are there in the whole week. Okay, let's say this was on 15 May, okay, May 15th, as you can see, and on this day at 6 p.m. we have USD news, that is CPI news here. Okay, I want you to look at only the red folder news. Okay, I want you to ignore this yellow folder and the USD news only. Okay, as you can see, there's another news at 7 in the morning, which is your Australian dollar, which obviously I want you to ignore that. Only focus on the USD news. Okay, let's say this day it was the news was there on your 15 May. Okay, CPI 6 p.m. Okay, so on this day it is highly probable the market will move. Okay, news is all about volatility. Okay, when I say that you should be looking at the news, I don't want you to open your YouTube or maybe open your TV and look at the actual numbers. I want you to look at the charts. Okay, let's say you have a strategy. Let's say you're expecting the market to go up. Okay, in the first 10 minutes before and after the news, right? You should be avoiding trading altogether because the volatility is too much. Okay, the market moves very violently, but that also means that in the end, when it actually decides to move anyway, it will give a pretty good move. Okay, now coming to this thing, the trading day, as everyone knows, has 24 hours. Okay, even though our Indian market trades for a very short period of time, around 6 hours, the actual trading hours are around 24 hours. Even if in the US it is 24 hours, I think it should be like that everywhere. Okay, so coming to this thing, the hours, Asia is around 5:30 to 9:30 a.m. in the morning. Okay, London is 11:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. again, 11:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Then the actual this thing, the best session according to me is New York AM session, which is from 5:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Okay, and the PM session is from 11 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. Okay, our commodity trading MCX closes at around 11:30 p.m. So obviously you cannot trade the PM session. Okay, so the only thing you can trade actually is your London session and your New York AM session. You can still trade the London session, but again, the point of this video was not to you're finding ways to trade when when you're free actually. So that's obviously in the evening session, right? So the best prime is actually I think 5:30 p.m. And also note that these timings are according to your daylight savings time. Okay, matlab right now there are no daylight savings times. Okay, so when we actually have daylight savings time, that will be towards the end of this year, around December and all. The time in US and European session, right, they go up, they go in front by 1 hour. Okay, so 5:30 will become your 6:30. Okay, that's how it goes actually. That's how things are going. Again, if you open a forexpected.com, right, it will actually change the timing according to your this thing local area. So that's okay. Okay, so coming to this thing, this was on your one day before. Okay, so on this day there were two newses at 8:30 and 10 o'clock. I'm talking about New York session. So that was around 6 p.m. and around 7:30 p.m. Okay, in Indian times. Okay, at this time I told you to avoid trading altogether. Okay, and the thing which you can see on the chart is the an indicator which I will show you later on. but it basically helps you to mark out New York AM session and PM session directly. Okay, you don't have to even look at the times. Okay, directly will tell you, okay, this is the AM session, this is the PM session, this is the London session, this is the Asia session. Okay, I want you to avoid the first 10 minutes. As you can see, it doesn't do anything, and then later on it starts going up. Okay, so this is will be your trade. Okay, to catch. So this is the indicator I want you to add on to your this thing TradingView platform. This is your ICD kill zones. Okay, this will directly plot the timings for you. Okay, coming to the trade which actually bagged me profit around 7,000. Okay, was this trade. Okay, this was on this thing 15 May. Okay, as you can see on 15th May at 6 p.m. we have news, we have CPI news. Okay, and then it is creates this big candle, this big green candle. Okay, and as I've told you, do not trade before or after, sorry, before and after the news release 10 minutes. Okay, so this will be a window. Okay, let's say gold is going to go up. I think everyone knows, even my friend was like, okay, the gold is going up for this reason. But again, the gold is going up, so that is your context. Okay, so you want to be buying gold. Okay, but again, when do you buy gold? This is where your time comes in, and that is your news comes in. At this point, they release the news. Okay, and then the market starts going down again, but you still know that the market is supposed to go up. Okay, it goes below what session? Your London session and your Asia session. It goes below that, hits those levels perfectly, London and your Asia session, and starts going up. Okay, this was the perfect trade. And as you can see that day gold actually increased by 1%. Okay, that day. Again, this is all based on this indicator. As you can see, this ICD kill zones, Asia, London, and your New York AM session. I want you to focus on at this time. Okay, not this time, not this time. Again, if you are actually interested, you can actually trade the London session, which also has some juice. Okay, but the actual the trade continuation always usually happens in the New York AM session. As you can see, it rates the London session and then goes up. Okay, so London is around 11:30, right? 11:30 to around 2:30 p.m. and we have the AM session. And this is the trade actually I caught. This was the early time frame. I had placed this trade on the Tuesday. Okay, as you can see, and I just bought one future lot. That's 165,000. 165,000, 7,000. It's a okay number. At one point the profit was around 8,000, and so this is how actually I made 7,000 on the on one trade. Okay, as you can see here, this is going to be a quick demo on how actually you can trade. Okay, so let's say let's say you want to buy crude oil. Okay, so either you can actually use crude oil crude oil futures, or what I will recommend you to do is use WTI crude oil CFD. Okay, this instrument again, so our Indian market MCX, right, is actually closed. Okay, after 11:30 p.m. and it is open early from the morning 9 a.m. Okay, 9 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. Okay, in at night. So but this market is actually open 24/7. Okay, so this is basically gives you a proper price action reading. Okay, so as you can see right now crude oil is trading. So let's say you mark out your chart. Okay, then I want you to go to your crude oil. Okay, crude oil future, whatever it is, and right now it is trading at 6,591. So the closest strike price I think we can think of is around 6,000, either 600 or 6,500. Okay, so let's say we are bullish. Okay, again, it's not financial advice, just an example. Okay, let's say now 6,500, right? So 6,500 crude oil, 6,500. Okay, so let's say a bullish, you can buy this. Okay, so the margin required is this thing, 9,630. Okay, and this will move in an increment of 100. Okay, so let's say this becomes 97. So 1 rupee movement it has done, right? So it will move 1 into 100. It is a barrel size, so the profit will be 100 rupees. Okay, yeah, and let's say you want to trade gold. Okay, again you should be using the CFD, that is this CFD. Then I want you to look at this price. Okay, so let's say it is at 73,000. Okay, so again, for gold, you should not be buying options, because the options prices are very high for this. Okay, so just type gold and just type M for the mini futures. You can trade a bigger ones, but the margin required is around, it's very high, it's around 2.5 lakhs I think. And here, as you can see, it is just 65,000, and this will move in an increment of 10. So let's say gold moves around 500 points. Okay, 500 points this here, 500. Okay, 500 rupees here. So your actual profit there will be 500 into 10, that is 5,000. Okay, that is actually actual movement. Okay, so from here, this is the trade actually I took. It was somewhere here it was, and I closed somewhere here. So that was on this thing, close to here. Okay, so the if I had actually hold on to the trade, it will be around 12,000. Okay, but again, my hard target was hit, I was done for the week. Okay, yeah. And I think that's a very good way actually to look at a market, because you are trading in the evening when you're free. Also, when you actually trade in the New York AM session, right, you actually have all this data. You know what the market has done in the AM session, what the market has done in the London session, and actually trading this. Okay, just know that the market does close at 11:30 p.m. Okay, so if you see, 5:30, right, 5:30 meaning Indian timing. Yeah, so here the market closes. Okay, 11:25. Okay, so if ideally you should be not holding something through the night. Okay, anything can happen, but yes, matlab, yeah. So if you are in a trade, and let's say you're in a profit of 5,000 or 3,000, 4,000, then yes, you might consider holding onto the trade if your conviction are very high. But yes, you can trade this intraday also. If you had bought here and sold here, that's around 6,000 profit. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Again, and I want you to focus only on the news days. So Wednesday was a news day. Tuesday was a news day. Okay, Tuesday was a news day here. Monday was not a news day. As you can see, there was actually no movement. It went up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And the trading indicator, I think I told you, was this ICT kill zones. This is the Asia session. This is the Indian session, as you can say. Starts from 9 o'clock in the morning or 5:30 and goes to around 9:30. Indian timing falls here. As you can see, there is actually no movement at all. Then we have some London session move, and then PM session is the move. Okay, as you can see here also, sometimes you can have a good London session. London and New York session has the best movement. Asia, again, as you can see, it is very lethargic. Okay, if you go to see here also, this is the moment which actually happens in the evening. Very violent, very good movements you get. London session goes up, PM session, yeah, New York AM session goes down. Okay, a quick reminder on that, every options or future has an expiry. Okay, so crude oil, as you can see, usually it expires around 20th of every month. Okay, 20th, 18th, 19th, whatever. Okay, uh, if let's say you are in, right now we are in May, right? So if you're in May, I want you to avoid May series expiry to trade. Okay, you can directly trade into June. First, represent the TTI. Okay, second is, let's say your option actually becomes in the money, then you will actually have to take, I think, the delivery of the crude oil. That means, let's say you spend 10,000, then you'll have to take a delivery of those 100 barrels, which will again cost 10 lakhs. Okay, so that will be a very big blunder, right? So you don't want to do that. You should be very careful that you do not take the actual delivery. Okay, if you know it's delivery and all, you should actually look into this option and futures directly, not come into this. But yes, if you want, you can just directly use it as a buy and a sell button, and not take this delivery, but just by avoiding the future of the same month. Gold also, best not to trade the same month future whenever. So it's best to directly you go and type gold. Yes, as you can see, the contract start date, whatever, last trading days, 5th of contract expiry month. Okay, so always don't try to trade expiries. Even though the moves are violent, you will burn your capital. Okay, it's better that you avoid this kind of trading. uh yeah, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.